This video is to show the super user how to add other users to their trusts or hospitals. When you log in, you click on the admin option. This will take you to the administrative page, which shows you the list of all the hospitals that are logged onto the system or have been created in NNR. If you click on the administration tab, it gives you the access point management, role management and user management. You will need to select the user management option. Once you do this, it will take you to a user list. This list will show all the names of the people who you have created within your trusts. When you first log in for the first time, it might be just you as the super user who's on there, and it will enable you to create users. I'm going to show you two ways in which you can create users. You can create a new user who hasn't used the system before, and you put them on as a new user, and you can also add a user who already exists in NNR, who has previously worked at a different trust and has been put onto the application, and you can add them to your trust so that they can access data within your trust. So the first one we're going to do is just add in a new user. So what you do is you click on the plus sign and it will take you to another page, and on this page you've got to add a username, status. The red asterisk fields are the mandatory fields which you've got to add. The username that we advise to use is first initial and surname. So we're going to add Susan Keel. Status you have to make active for the person to use the system. Put their first name in and surname, and you also have to add a telephone number, so either a phone number or a mobile number. One of those is essential. There isn't an asterisk next to either one of them because it's either one or the other, but if you try to create a record and not put a number in, it will give you an error message to say you've got to do that. So we add an email address, click and save. Once the record has been saved, you get a success message which tells you you've added the person, and an email has been sent to them with a username and password. The next thing you have to do is you need to add a role to that person and also a location, which is the access point where they will be able to add data. So you click on the plus sign here, and the access point name will be limited to your trusts. So we've got that trust, Frimley Health Trust, and the role is an NNR user, and so we'll click on save. And this user has been added to your trust. So once we click on save to save the overall record again, you will get another message telling you it's been updated. It says user updated successfully, and you click on OK. This takes you back to the user list, and you can now see the user that you added. The associated user here means that you will only see users that belong to your trust once that tick is there. Now, to add a user who has been previously added to NNR, you will have to untick this box and find the user. So we're going to look for a user called I think it's Sarah Longfield. So if we go to option 3, there's Sarah Longfield there. So what you need to do is to edit that record, and then under the access points, this is where they were previously, you need to add access points to them and add your trust, and then give them a role and click on save. So you might find you have someone who works at 2 trusts working on NNR and has been added at one, and if you need to add them to your trust, you just find them on the list, add them, and then you save the record. And once that's done, Sarah Longfield will now belong to both of those trusts, so she'll be able to add data for both Frimley and for the other trust that she belongs to. That's all you need to do. You can go back to the dashboard and your users have been added.